Arsenal just lost a huge opportunity against Brentford. Today, Arsenal tied Brentford 1-1. The one thing my takeaway with this coming out, obviously, we saw some of the list of people who potentially won't be available for Arsenal today because of injury issue. But for some reason, Odegaard came back. I saw Trossard played. Nothing wrong with that. My thing is, like, there was a lot of predominantly, a lot of the attackers are the problem right now that have knocks here and there for Arsenal. And Arsenal came out in the gate, the game was like fairly even, so for most part. On top of that, having the opportunity to go up the first 1-0 was huge for Arsenal. But here's the thing. Brentford, they're a good team. Right now, they're currently sitting at 7th place in the Premier League, so they're not an easy team to beat. So right now, they're in the mid-table, so nothing wrong with that. But my takeaway with this is like, whoa, everybody talk about how ironclad Arsenal's defense is, but for some reason, that was not the case. Martin Odegaard came in, but, that was not helpful at all, and Brentford equalized the game. Cool. Nothing wrong with that. My takeaway with this, I'm starting to see, because I was going on social media because I'm trying to post videos and, match reaction towards this match on top of that, because this is huge, especially when it comes in the Premier League, because now 4 points separate between Arsenal and Man City, and Arsenal already has to go to Man City at home to play them. And that's already trouble as it is. Arsenal are not afford to lose any more points or drop any more points or tied anytime soon, because if that's the case, you do anything of that, you gave Man City life. Right now, you can say you gave Man City life because now it's 4 points difference rather than stretching it that 6 point. I think if I'm Arteta, I'll feel much better if it's 6 points rather than 4 points. That's just me, how I look at it like that. But if you're a Man City and you're a Man City fan, this is exciting. This is something you want. If you're just a neutral watching the Premier League coming down to the wire, maybe it might be the last day of the match. That's wonderful too. Like, it doesn't matter. I'm Chelsea. I'm saying for Chelsea, it's simple. I just want us to finish in the top 4. That's as simple as it can get for us. But the form currently Man United are in, it's kind of troublesome for me personally, because just watching how fantastic they're playing. But this game in itself has a lot of nicks. Thiago for Brentford literally had a chance to put it away to go up 2-1, which in turn he skyrocketed. Nothing wrong with that. But the fact that Martinelli a minute later had a breakaway, it was 1v1 against the keeper, could not put it away. It's crazy to me. This is the reason why Arteta is literally calling for the Premier League to literally do 7 substitution. That's totally unfair, because that goes that's an advantage for Arsenal. If you do literally 7 subs, that's an advantage, because Arsenal has built up a squad where you can have 2 starting 11. And that's the problem. Arteta wants as much advantage as he can. All this manager, even Pep, when he was coming to it happens. Even Pep was trying to complain a lot of stuff. Even in the EFL Cup, it's the same thing. Pep wants to have his players to play because they were cup tie and they were not eligible. But Pep Guardiola is trying to push it off and anything. But I'm glad that the EFL decided to cancel that. But this game in itself, Arsenal missed an opportunity right here, because now they're more immense pressure than ever to win the rest of your game or see out the rest of your game for the season. With that being said, you also have the final that you have to play Man City. You also have the Champions League. Now the stakes are becoming higher and higher and pressure is building while your players are not being fit. Hopefully in the next couple of games, in the next 10 games, I think there's 10 to 9 games in the season left, you guys can make a strong push. Like, personally, yes, would I love to have Arsenal win the Premier League? No, like, as most people don't want that, as most fans of the Premier League really don't want that, except if you're an Arsenal fan. Kudos to you. Or maybe you're neutral and you want that. That's okay. personally, me, that's my take. But my thing is like, with this being pressured, you can tell how Arteta is reacting and towards the 1-1 draw and bringing up as much subs in as quickly as possible. It shows that something is building up. My other take is I think Arteta needs to do a better rotation, because like your players like Declan Rice are getting tired. They cannot keep up this intensity upon intensity upon intensity match over and over. They're getting tired because they're not going to be able to grind this out. If Arteta has favoritism, and that's a problem, he needs to figure a way out how to do a proper man and squad rotation, and he's not doing that. But hey, listen, this is great. We want a exciting end for the Premier League, and I think this was gonna be it. I just want to make a quick video on that, touch base on that, and see how that goes, and match reaction on it. But yeah, Arsenal won, Brentford won. Kudos to Brentford, by the way. You guys sticking on with them, and really played a fantastic game against Arsenal. All right, I'll see you guys later. Peace out.